Hey everybody, I want you to come along with me. I am on my way to the laboratory here in Merida, Mexico, and you're gonna wanna see this video if you're moving here because it's gonna be some great information for you. So come along with me, let's go. Okay, struggle of the day. I had to come to DHL first to return an 8x10 rug, which goes to Amazon. They have a pre-printed label for me already, but I don't have a printer at home, and the DHL website says that they will print the label for you in the office. The lady tells me no, they won't. So I've got this big old rug, and I'm like, well, it's shrink wrapped, but still it's big. And I said, where can I print around here? She says, the plaza. That's across the street. So now I gotta go and drag this big old rug all the way into the plaza across the street to try to find a printing location to get the labels printed. And it's hot and it's heavy. Struggles of living in a different country. You have no idea how sweaty and extremely tired I am. And I saw, look, this is how tall this rug is, and that's folded in half. So I'm making my way, and on the way back, I ain't walking. I don't care if it's a 2-minute ride, I am not walking. And that is because I need to walk. Once I finish dropping this off, I still need to walk to the laboratory to handle my business, and which was the purpose of this video, not going to DHL. Okay, y'all, that mess is over with. So I am going to walk to the laboratory, and while I'm walking, I'm going to tell you a few things about the laboratory. And it is some dark clouds, and that's all I need now after all of this for it to rain on me. But anyhow, I hope you can hear me well. So the laboratory, you can go into the lab and get whatever type of lab work that you can think of, as well as ultrasounds and x-rays, and you don't need a doctor's order. You can just walk in the door and say, hey, I want my cholesterol checked, or I want my thyroid checked, my kidneys, my blood count, whatever, and they will just do it for you and then send it to your email, and then you take it to your doctor. Now, if it is something that is highly specialized, a lab that is not typically done on a routine basis, then of course they're going to need a doctor's order. However, for routine laboratory work, you can get that done just by walking in the door. There are labs everywhere. I'm going to the one that I went to a week and a half ago because that's what I know. But like, say for instance, here's one right here, and they will say Analysis Clinicos. This is called Diagonal Lab. It says our key is here. So it's somewhere in this plaza. Oh, there it is, right there. And there's an eye clinic there too as well. So if you need to know the location, I am behind Plaza Alta Brisa, walking towards Star Medica Hospital. And the place I'm going is across the street from Star Medica Hospital on the side of Sears. So give you an idea of the location. So like I said, you can go in there and get whatever lab work you want. You don't need a doctor's order, which means if you got anxiety about your health, curious about your health, or you suffer from hypochondria and you want to go and just go check your thyroid or go check your urine to see if you got a UTI, or you want an abdominal ultrasound or chest x-ray, just walk in the door. Now, they will come to your home. So this particular lab that I went to last time, that I'm on my way to now, they said the minimum for them to come to your home is 500 pesos, which is about $25 with the US exchange rate. And that's really not bad because you'll probably get quite a bit of lab work for $25. Now, if you live outside of the periphery, then of course maybe there's a service charge. I don't know, maybe they don't come at all. But the thing that you also need to know is you can get your doctor to come to your home where you don't have to go out. And if he decides he wants lab work, he'll have the lab come to your home and draw your blood. Wonderful service. Of course, it's cheaper to go to his office, but you can send him a message on WhatsApp and he will come to your home. So here's a radiology clinic. They do MRIs, CT scans, x-rays, and ultrasounds. So, you know, the pros are, if you want to know, you want to know. The cons are, it can be very dangerous. Dangerous in the sense, and I'm saying this, those look like tomato plants just grown wild, don't they? I'm saying this from a medical professional standpoint that, you know, people are going, getting labs checked that are pretty much unnecessary and trying to diagnose themselves or trying to interpret their own lab work. And that can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Last time that I went, I had to get a blood clotting test. So look at that. That's why you got to watch where you're going, because if you step in that, you will break your ankle. Maybe about 15 years ago, I suffered a massive blood clot in my leg and had to go on blood thinners for a year. And then they took me off, and a couple years later, I suffered another massive blood clot in that leg. And after some research and testing, they found that I have some kind of rare congenital issue where some of my veins in my legs have developed backwards and upside down. I am on blood thinners. Been on them, like I said, for about 15 years. So with that, you have to have your blood work monitored on a regular basis to make sure it's not too thin or not too thick. But there are other people that do take it as well. They may need your labs monitored if you live here or if you're coming here on vacation, and say you're taking it for AFib or you had some type of surgery where they want you to take a blood thinner. At the laboratory, they also offer packages where, like for 800 pesos, you can get a whole slew of testing. You can get like maybe 12 lab tests, a urinalysis, and I don't know, something they offered in the package. And then of course they have higher price packages, which I don't like walking by this stuff. I'm about to cross. They have higher price packages that offer more services, and then they have lower price packages. Okay, so in terms of ultrasounds, they didn't specify ultrasounds of what. So I'm assuming that they will do pretty much any ultrasound that you need. They also had a package, hopefully y'all don't need none of this, but they had a package to test you for HIV and all the different STDs. So those packages expire September 30th, but I'm assuming that they probably have specials all the time. And they're relatively inexpensive. So back to my blood work. My blood work was 186 pesos, which was about, I don't know, maybe $12, 11 something, $12, which is really good. I don't think I could get that in the States if I were to pay out of pocket for that lab test. And there was no one in this particular lab that day, and it was very professional. They asked me what I wanted. They took my information, and then the guy took me in the back into a regular lab room. He was a regular lab tech, and he did the the blood work, and then the results came about 2 hours later in my email. If I didn't already say this is the Alta Brisa area. This is the mall, is right there. Here's Star Medica, the private hospital that a lot of expats like to use. From what I understand, there's quite a bit of doctors that speak English pretty good. Across the street from the hospital is a hotel, and it looks really clean and nice. And so if you live here and say you have to have a major surgery, or maybe you're having a baby at Star Medical or something, and you have family that want to come in and be close to you while you're in the hospital, they can always probably stay at this hotel. And it's Maison de la Luna Hotel and Spa. Right here is a pharmacy. There's another pharmacia right here. Down the road a little bit is a dialysis center, an orthopedic supply. I can feel a raindrop. There's an OXXO right there. OXXO is like 7-Eleven. And the good part about if you have family that does stay in this hotel, that they're right across the street from the mall. Walmart is around the corner, and the hospital is right across the street. There's a little restaurant right here. So there's a pharmacy, there's a vaccination clinic, cardiovascular. Oh, and the place that I'm going also offers EKGs. They got a package for that too. This place offers electrocardiograms, Holter monitors, which are the 24-hour monitors that you wear, and then take the box back to your doctor. They have echocardiograms for adults and pediatrics, and I don't know how much they cost, but I'm assuming that they're very inexpensive. Now these people have some stuff on their wall. All right, so checkups. Basic checkup, you get a urinalysis, which is examen general de orina, which is orina, I guess is urine. You get a complete blood work, 6 elements. You get a hemoglobin A1C. That's for people who may be diabetic or are pre-diabetic. And that's 490 pesos, which is about maybe $14.50 or something like that. That is pretty good. So if you go down, some of them are pretty similar, and then go down to the 400 pesos, and they do your liver, the hepatico. They do lipidos, which is your lipids like cholesterol and triglycerides and things like that. And that's 400 pesos, that's 20 bucks. They got a masculine checkup for things that are specific to men, like the prostate antigen and different hormones, probably like your testosterone and things, for 1,230 pesos. Feminine, ooh, big bug. Feminine hormones, 1,390 pesos. And a checkup for mama, so I guess that's after maybe you've had a baby or if you're pregnant, and that's 550 pesos. They do a TSH, which is for your, and a T4, which is for your thyroid. So that man, you can't beat that. I'm telling you, you can't beat it. If you're here and you hurt yourself, or you got a family member that's elderly and didn't want to cart a wheelchair or something on the aircraft, and they rent or sell equipment. They got walkers, they got a knee scooter over here, potty chair, wheelchairs. They got all kind of compression stockings, potty chairs, walkers, wheelchairs, neck braces, crutches, the gamut of the stuff, shoulder, I guess if you break your collarbone type situation. Raised toilet seats, shower bars that you can put in, a lot of good medical equipment. I have made it to the place that I am going. It is LCM, or Laboratorios Clínicos de Merida. Now, as you saw, like I said, there are plenty of places all around Merida that you can go. This is just the one that I happened to choose, probably because it was across the street from the mall, but it tells you right there they do a checkup, ultrasounds, clinical analysis. They do genetic testing, electrocardiograms, and x-rays. It'll show you, let me try to zoom it, some of the packages that they offer right on the front of the sign. They do COVID testing, and then like I said, further down is a dialysis center and orthopedic supply. And they just basically take your name, your phone number, your email address, and your birth date, and then as I said, they send you an email later on with your results. Okay, so I'm going back to the rooms where they do the blood. It looks just like a regular plural room. So I have to learn Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. Even my English is not so good, so.
Well, it's better than my Spanish, so yeah.
I need to practice, but.
Okay, if you wanted an ultrasound, do you need an order from a doctor, or you just come and get an ultrasound?
That was for me?
Yeah, that question was for you.
If you need some laboratory tests, just come with us, and if you have a prescription, we can make your test.
Okay, no, so let's just say I wanted an ultrasound of my stomach. Do I need a prescription?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you don't have it, push with our hand. If you don't have the prescription, you could bring with us, and if you know the name of the test, just write it or tell to our partners. We could make the test with that information.
Oh. Okay, I am all done. So I don't know if you heard what he said, but he said, yeah, you do need a prescription for the ultrasound. He said, but if you don't have one and you know the name of the test, write it down. And I guess they have a doctor in there, and they will just have that doctor write an order for that test right then and there, and then they can give you the ultrasound. I am on my way. Around the corner is Walmart in City Center, but I don't want, well, I do need to go in Walmart. And then after Walmart, and it's raining very lightly, so it depends on what the rain is going to do, what I'm going to do. Oh, shoot. Well, that's the end of that question. I got to go. Look, after all I've been through with that damn rug, I am not trying to get soaking wet. Woo, Lord. Okay, it's pouring. Let me go find some, let me go find somewhere to be. Oh, shoot. Okay. On a side note, right here across from the mall, there's Sears. This is an ADO. I guess it's a bus stop, but it's a bus office as well. These will be like the buses that you'll take to Cancun or other locations, other cities. So I'm assuming you can probably come here and pick up your tickets, and maybe this is where the bus lets you off, like Greyhound or whatever. Typically it doesn't rain long, so I haven't eaten today, so I decided to sit down and eat, and I'll tell you where I am. I'm in a restaurant called Las Alitas. Alitas is wings in Spanish. So this is like almost like a BW3. And this is the menu. Of course the menu is in Spanish, so I'm gonna use Google Translate. But I see mango cheesecake, okay. But I need food. But they got Oreo fries, fried Oreos. Oh my goodness. Strawberry cheesecake. All kind of burgers. They have wings, boneless wings. These are wings with bones. They have some kind of cheese something. Salads. They have chicken strips. These look like ribs. They got ribs and wings. Kids meal and some nice looking beverages. What else? They have beer and they have cocktails. That looks really good. So people are watching the soccer game, and there's an upstairs and some more televisions everywhere. A little playroom for the kids. So I'm assuming this is like a little sports place. Here's a TV, here's a TV, there's a TV. Still raining. Okay, my wings are here and they smell really good. It's like 7 wings. Okay, now you can get a good idea of how things flood in Merida. Now, some locations flood and the water goes down not too long after it stops raining, and some locations the water can stay for days. But from what I understand, pretty much everywhere in Merida floods. I mean, look at that. So if I were trying to walk, and you see people walking, you're gonna have to walk through that stuff. But look at this. I don't know what happened right there. I'm still at the restaurant and I'm waiting in the driveway for a driver. And just imagine somebody whipping their car up in here and going down in that hole, or even walking because their face is soaking wet from the rain and they can't see where they're going. That is really scary. So hopefully my driver will be here soon. I'm just going to go home because of all this flooding. I'm not walking in it, and I have Converse on, and God knows how nasty this water is. Plus, it's not stopping raining, and usually it rains for 15 minutes, 20 minutes at the most, and it stops. But today, it doesn't look like it's going to stop at all. So today's a bust. So with that said, you guys keep moving, stay dry. I'm gonna try, and I'll see you the next time. Bye, y'all.